Please don't be alarmed. I'm not really inside of a beautifully drawn watercolor world. This is just a green screen. Hollywood magic. So, happy Halloween. For this spooky season, I thought that... What? Are you telling me we missed it? Happy Thanksgiving. Turkey Day is just around the corner, which means... What do you mean it's too early? Well, what day is it today? Okay, so find out whatever holiday it is today, and then overlay that on my voice whenever I say the next line, okay? And make it sound natural. Happy
Guy Fawkes Day.
To celebrate, we're going to dive into this mysteriously beautiful world and unpack the dark themes found within. Yurei Station is short, but oh so sweet, and it's lingered with me since I played it, so I wanted to share it with you all. Alright, let's get started. High five. Guys, can you please... I put on pants for this, so please... Could you please just subscribe? Pants. Yurei apparently translates to ghost. Or, if you're Google Translate, oil cooling. Let's just stick with Ghost Station, shall we? Good. So Oil Cooling Station starts with the protagonist sneaking out of her house and getting on a train. Having lost the Dora the Explorer lookalike contest, she sits alone on the train. Her melancholic demeanor tells us something's on her mind. Though alone, she can feel a presence which scares her from moving. Soon after, she gets a text, which prompts the player to open the phone, revealing an interesting wallpaper. Presumably, it's a picture of her and a friend / boyfriend / someone close to her. Also, note the time on the phone. This will be important later. The message is from an unknown person, and it simply reads, "I see you." That's not creepy at all. Wish somebody would text me. This is where you discover she had already received a few messages from this number before. Reading them in order tells you the story that led up to this moment on the train. It's clearly these messages that compelled her to sneak out to the train station at exactly 4:44. Despite the sender's name being illegible, she makes it clear that she knows who sent the messages. Eventually, you'll get a cryptic text that clues you into the solution of the first puzzle. Upon solving it, you're given your destination, a stop along the train line that isn't labeled. Upon arrival, you'll be greeted with the hustle and bustle of a completely abandoned town. This old village has long since become a ghost town. While making your way through the town, a shadowy figure whisks by you. Alright, that went way too fast, so what we're going to do is slow it down, and let's see if we can see exactly what this is. Yep, that's a really creepy face. Looking at the assets, I believe it's a distorted version of this face right here. Pretty creepy stuff up top. Oh, that's right, you're ahead. You don't have any hands. No. I'm 0 for 2. Despite the creepy ghost shadowy face thing, Dora treks forward, but not before receiving this. The text itself is unreadable, but the message is clear. It's a boob. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it's not what it is. It's an eye. She continues walking until reaching the next puzzle. Solving it opens the doors, and things begin to get a little bit darker. She recalls a conversation in which he, whoever he is, talks about the Torii being a gateway to another world. A world he's clearly curious about. She passes under the Torii, into a cemetery, and towards one last bright red Torii gate. Here, she's greeted with this lovely fella. Does this face look familiar? Oh, hi! Do you come here often? Remember me from earlier? I'm totally comfortable with this situation right now. Oh. High five? You're given the clue to the solution of the next puzzle via text, and after solving it, the stupid face dissipates and you're free to walk through the Tory. You're sent one final text that simply reads, "In this place." Oh, wait, spoke too soon. You're sent one last text that reads, "Since always," which means this could be interpreted. No, okay, there's another text. The super ultra final last text says, "I wait." Putting all the texts together, the message becomes clear. This person has been waiting for you. Since always, I guess. And then you finally get to meet him. Oh, wow, he looks a lot more normal than I thought he would. Huh. I thought he'd be some, evil monster or something, but he's just your average guy, and oh my god, never mind. I don't like him. He's bad! Get away, Dora! Run! She gets a hug from the four-armed man, and then the game ends. Whoops. Fly was down. But what does it mean? I hear you conjecture from behind the device you're using to watch this amazing video. Well, I'm so glad you asked. The meaning of the story is, I don't know, stuff like this is open to interpretation. But what's your interpretation of it? I hear you now shouting, demanding even, because everybody wants to know my opinion, and I would be happy to give you my opinion and interpretation of everything. But first, I would like to go over just a few themes that are present throughout the story. So, let's get on with the motifs. There's a few themes in the game that I noticed. One is solitude. Until the very end, the character is alone. Alone on the train, the town she goes to is deserted. She only ever interacts with ghosts, it seems. Just look how lonely she looks. The next theme is death. The number 4 is repeated several times throughout the game. In Japanese, the word for 4 is the same word for death. As such, it's considered an unlucky number in Japan, and is often associated with death. Not only that, towards the end she walks through a cemetery. And of course there are plenty of ghosts to go around. The dang game is called Ghost Station for crying out loud. The last theme I noticed is eyes. Our eyes. The theme is being watched. Eyes and the idea of feeling watched is a common motif throughout the game. She feels a presence on the train. The text message that says, "I see you." The text message that's just an eye. All of the dang eyes here. Heck, she even mentions that the window of the house looks like eyes staring at her for crying out loud. And it's all three of these themes. Right here, probably. Am I framing it right? Just put it there. All three of these themes that leads me to my shoddy, half-baked interpretation of the events that took place in this story. I think she killed herself. From the beginning to the end, the entire journey is her passing to the other side. The multiple themes of death and general feeling of solitude throughout support this. Also, the idea of a ghost station or ghost train is an understood theme in Japan. It's thought that these stations act as a gateway to the realm beyond. But why? Why did she take her own life? Well, looking at her phone, we can see she was clearly close to this other person in the picture. And her comment about him being curious about what it's like on the other side leads me to believe that 1, this him and this fella in the picture are the same, and 2, that he took his own life. And missing him, she killed herself as well in hopes of finding him on the other side. And to shoehorn in the eyes theme, I believe her feelings of being watched and judged could be further reasons why she wanted to end her life and attempt to reunite with someone that possibly never made her feel that way. You can obviously take my interpretation with a grain of salt. As I mentioned before, stuff like this is open to interpretation, so if you got something else out of it, or you think you found something that I missed or didn't think of, leave a comment and tell me how much I suck. And hey, That's just a theory. Again! Urie Station is a visually stunning game. Urie Station is a visually stunning game, and I love the vague story with... Urie Station is a game. More at 11. Urie Station is a visually stunning game, and I'm a sucker for a vague story heavy with symbolism. Who knows, my interpretation of this could completely change in another playthrough. So, if you'd like to play the game yourself, as always, I'll leave a link in the description down below. And lastly, thank you for watching, and have a fantastic get out. The video's over. Leave. I'm tired of you overstaying your welcome. It's not funny anymore. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to kiss that like button right on the cheek. Mwah. And if you want to catch these live, I stream them most evenings on Twitch. So hop on over, give me a follow. We'd love to see you there. Have a good one.